There are multiple bugs affecting the new daily ops system. The player vending machine steal bug is back, and even the weight lift item got disabled. It's news time. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. Update 22 went live a few days ago and there is plenty of news to cover, as you can imagine. Now, I'm not going over the patch notes, most content creators went over them already, and I'm not about to do the same thing. I'm here to report the real state of the game to you. What's going on? What should you be aware of right now? Basically going beyond written notes. There's a lot of new bugs and issues, that's for sure, but there's also some exciting points, such as new emotes and possibly a Respec option on the way. Moreover, one of the new weapons is really strong, and it's going to be the new melee meta. Yep, that's right. Anyway, let's jump right into the details, shall we? The new daily ops is refreshing new content. It's rather challenging and straightforward to do, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But as expected, it's not working 100% as intended. In fact, I detected several heavy bugs that I never experienced on the PTS. For starters, there are reports of people finding stuck enemies who spawn inside the instance walls. But the most concerning issue is something else, which can block you from completing a daily operation. Sometimes your uplink will get stuck, the progress will freeze, and there's nothing you can do about it. Someone mentioned this bug happens when a teammate joins in the middle of the uplink progress, and I think he might be right. I remember it happening to me twice now, so there must be a connection for sure. Anyway, the enemies will keep spawning no matter how many you kill, so at least you can farm experience and ammo if this happens to you. Gotta look at the bright side of things, right? But if you want your Elder rewards, you will have to restart the operation. There is no other way around it. Now, the second bug I discovered is regarding the rare unique rewards. You're supposed to get only one per day every 24 hours, but it can get bugged as well. And for almost 48 hours I did not get any unique Elder rewards. The daily ops keep saying completed even after it reset from the borrows to Vault 94. I did complete an operation to make sure it's not a visual bug. And yeah, it's not. So this one is rather disappointing and frustrating. Lastly, there is a minor bug that can happen to you or your teammates, where it always says people are doing daily ops in the team interface when they are actually right next to you or doing something else in the map. At least this one is not game breaking, other than making you think they are inside the instance doing daily ops when they are not. So yes, daily ops is far from being a bug-free experience, but that was to be expected already, right? Next, we have some concerning news. The player vending machine bug has returned. Several players reported already that their vending machines randomly added stashed items for sale. We had this months ago, and basically the way the bug works is simple. It will drag random items from your stash and add them for sale at a random price too. Then visiting players can just purchase such items, which should be stored, but due to this bug, they can end up in someone else's hands. This is how your stored items can disappear or get stolen, because visiting players can actually steal from you without knowing they are stealing. It's quite sarcastic and hypocrite, this bug. What has Bethesda said about this so far? Nothing much really. They requested details through reports and that's it. So yes, I don't think you guys should have your vending machines online just in case. I mean, you can have them up if you really want to do business, but be aware that this bug is now live again, and it could perfectly happen to you. I mean, it doesn't only happen to others, sometimes it happens to us as well. As I usually say, better safe than sorry. The weight bench is one of the first items you can unlock with the new Season 2 Armor's Ace. However, one day after going live, this item got disabled. How comes? Well, apparently the weight bench has an active and a buff. You get +2 strength for 30 minutes for lifting, but instead of that unique buff, players were able to stack multiple +2 strength buffs at a time and stack dozens and dozens of strength points that way. Now that's pretty bold. As such, Bethesda disabled the item while they try to come up with a solution for this issue. So that's why you cannot lift weights anymore, in case you were wondering what happened exactly to this item. Well, Bethesda nerfed all player damage with the One Wasteland while making enemies stronger on top of that. I could make an entire video about this topic, but for now I want to focus on one single problem: killing bosses. For those of you not familiar with the matter, Bethesda changed damage multipliers into additive multipliers. That's why most weapons and builds inflict less damage ever since Update 22 went live. Moreover, magic or bugged weapons as well as hacked weapons are still untouched and doing the same damage as always. Now, before this patch, bosses were going down way too fast. Sometimes they would die in less than 10 seconds using legit weapons. In fact, unarmed builds could instantly kill bosses, as shown by Tyre and Captain Noob in this clip. They challenged themselves to see how fast they could kill Earl, and well, half a second is a damn good record if I say so myself. Now, after Update 22, things are very different. Bosses are no longer going down so fast unless someone is using a magic or hacked weapon. This doesn't look necessarily bad at first sight. When you are killing a queen, for example with 10 or 15 high-level players, she still goes down under a minute or two. However, if you do a colossal problem with 2 or 3 players, then it becomes a nightmare. I have had a couple of events where I spent thousands of bullets and we took over 15 minutes to kill the Earl. I'm not even going to mention how many Steam packs and repair kits I had to use to make sure we didn't fail the event. The point here is that now there is hardly a balance. Before we had 10-second boss kills, now we have 10-20 minutes boss kills. It's like going from 8 to 80, completely opposite extremes, and that's really not a positive change, is it? I believe people will start quitting boss events, especially Earl fights, due to the 8-man dungeon limitation. If the house is not full, if lots of players do not join the event, then it's not worth the trouble. You will spend way more resources than what you can get in return, so why would you do it in the end? I think something has to change in this regard. Maybe Bethesda really should review their boss scaling. What do you guys think? Bethesda has been adding new emotes in the past few weeks, but data miners have already found over 10 unreleased emotes in the game files, which means they will come live sooner or later. Some of them are actually really helpful, and it will boost your ability to communicate when or if you are not able to use voice chat. Besides the thematic emotes, we have utility ones such as need to repair, need to heal, need to sleep, or even need to play an instrument. So there are all emotes for actions almost every single player does in-game on a regular basis on top of that. As such, they are great tools for communicating with your teammates. There are also a few fun emotes, such as another follow me, an angry face, a positive sign, and 2 love emotes. There's even a scorched confused face and a wanted emote, so there is plenty of new emotes created already. Now what's missing is a release date. Let's hope Bethesda will keep the current trend, releasing them one at a time and for free. That would be great indeed. With the new legendary perk system, a lot of players wish there was a Respec option to fully reset their characters and retrieve all the perk points they unlock depending on their level. But unlike many other MMOs out there, Fallout 76 does not have such option, at least not yet. However, Bethesda said a Respec feature was on the way. That was 4 months ago, way before the legendary perk system even went live on the PTS. Since then, there is hardly any updates regarding this mysterious Respec option. So it either means it got cancelled or it dropped down in their priority list and is now facing a huge delay. One thing is for sure though, Bethesda would make a lot of players happy if they came forward with this useful feature. So let's wait and see. The Glaive is one of the brand new items you can get from Daily Ops. Feel free to check my in-depth video showing over 10 new items that went live with update 22. Now, once you get the plan for the Glaive, you will be able to craft a normal version. You can get the mods at Rex at Vault 79, 200 gold bullion each. There are 4 of them and they all have the same exact damage. What changes is the unique effect and of course the appearance of the weapon. Anyway, this two-hand melee weapon has an astonishing base damage. I compared it to my other 2 bloodied weapons with the two-hand damage perks on, and the Glaive wins. In fact, only my bloodied super sledge with 40% more damage can challenge the power of the Glaive, as you can see. And it's not even a legendary one. Can you imagine how much damage a bloodied Glaive can deal? Yep, this is the new meta for two-hand melee weapons with no doubt. I did some damage tests as well, and as shown, I can pretty much 1 or 2 hit every high-level enemy using the normal version. That's insane! I was not expecting such results. Plus, this weapon seems to be silent, which means stealth builds can use it too. Wow, Bethesda really wants us to use this new weapon, huh? At least it looks that way. Something else I found out is that the healing factor mutation is not working very well these days. After doing a daily operation, I returned to my camp and the mutation simply stopped working. It did not heal me even after several minutes at my camp, with no enemies anywhere to be found or seen. I got curious and searched a bit and found multiple reports from the past month or so where some players report issues with their healing mutation. So it seems like this is not exactly a new issue. Still, if you have this mutation and it stops working randomly, don't be surprised. It happened to me a few times already. It kinda sucks, but what can you do? It is like that. I would remove it if I could, but it's complicated. Lastly, I have a strange yet funny and mysterious bug I found yesterday. After doing Scorched Earth, most of the area around the Prime Fissure became like a VR scene, with white words floating in clusters. The word is chain, and there were dozens and dozens of chain words all over the place. Now, this is not a new issue either. I saw a few reports of this bug striking before update 22. Moreover, Tyre mentioned this bug is related to the Tesla rifle and the chain damage it does. Maybe it's something alike. Still, it is very, very weird to see your screen filled with code, words or pieces. It's a VR Fallout 76 first-hand experience, huh? My poor immersion. Actually, my poor cinematics. I got a few ruined by this bug. Oh well, what can you do? News time is almost over. To finish off, I recently came across this super mutant who did not attack me at all. It looked like his rifle broke and he was not able to fire at me. It was strange and cute at the same time. He kept following me around and staring at me. Poor thing. At least I was able to put him out of his buggy misery. Anyway, that's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I could keep you up to date with everything Fallout 76. I am Marta Branco and I'm working on a lot of other videos just for you. Stay tuned for more and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw. As for me, I will see you all very, very soon in the next video. Until then, take care, adios, bye bye!